within a 10-hour span, Jimmy Butler met with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Within a 10-hour span, Jimmy Butler, after meeting with the Minnesota Timberwolves, told the Minnesota Timberwolves, I want to be traded.
I want out.
After telling them, I want to be traded, he says, I want to either go to the Brooklyn Nets, New York Knicks, or the LA Clippers. After that happens, Andrew Wiggins' younger brother goes onto Twitter and he tweets, hallelujah, at the report of Jimmy Butler saying that he wants to be traded. After which he tweets, hallelujah. Stack 5, Steven Jackson, the man who was a part of the malice in the palace. He was in the stands, knocking people out. Goes on Instagram.
A gun at a strip club.
Yes, exactly. And he also got hit by a car. Same
night.
Exactly. He survived all that and still went out and hooped and won a championship. We'll still give you 15 tonight. He was basically Pac-Man Jones of the NBA. If you know football, then you understand that.
Gee,
okay.
Wild. Don't know you're wild.
What you mean?
Steven ain't G. He wasn't the Pac-Man of the NBA.
Okay, fine. I'll put it this way.
Pac-Man was a legit criminal.
Okay, fine. I'll put it this way.
Pac-Man was dead ass a criminal.
Well, I mean, how many times has Pac-Man been convicted of something?
But he
was always in a lot of. He was always.
Did he get like mad drug convictions?
I don't know. I'm not putting him in. That's not okay. Fine.
That's not
I
could be wrong, but didn't he?
Stop saying I could be wrong. I hate it when you say that. Look this up, and then when you come up with facts,
could be wrong.
Because the parallel to what I'm talking about is he was known as being the guy that was always in trouble, right? He was a good player. He was a great locker room guy, a tough guy, hard-nosed defender. He can make
really
shots.
Always in trouble. He wasn't really always off the court trouble. Like that.
No, it's not even always off the court trouble. He never, like, even him and Pop got disagreements. That's why he found his way out of San Antonio. And then they made things up. But like, he was a good locker room guy, but he was still always one of those guys where nobody really messed with. So the point being, so if you don't know anything about Stack 5, if you too young, go back and do your research on Stack 5. But he got on Instagram and he basically said that Andrew Wiggins had no heart. And actually, I should find that clip and I'm gonna play it because
he
we can
violated
play it.
the player contact rule. Got suspended for a year.
Who did?
Pac-Man.
Okay, continue to talk about Pac-Man. So that way, what I'm saying, and then you can make the. Go ahead.
He got a suspension for a year for violating the player conduct code. I'm trying to see what he was doing. He said numerous off the field problems. I'm trying to find out what exactly.
Okay, fine. Stack 5 might not be to the level of a Steven Jackson, but still, he went crazy on Wiggins.
More like a
basically,
birthday.
Yeah, exactly. And then Wiggins, and then Wiggins replies on the IG story like, you know, basically calling him a bum and saying that he hopes that he keeps that same energy when he,
Stack 5 will beat your ass, Andrew Wiggins. Stack 5 will beat the hell out of you.
Right cross, bro.
Stack 5.
Did
Look,
Stack 5 delete the video from his IG?
Look, man. Shout out Wiggins. I personally think that Wiggins is a good NBA player. I think that last year isn't who Wiggins is. I think it'll be eventually just an admiration upon what Wiggins can do. But first of all, Stack 5 wasn't no bum.
He won the bum.
Stack 5
had a better career than Andrew Wiggins.
I mean, no, he didn't. He's never averaged 23 points. He's never averaged 23 points.
Yes, but he
Stack
also
5 has a better career than Wiggins.
Hold on. He was
Stack
also
5's
not
better
a number
Wiggins.
one pick, so you always got to do the right. I mean,
here.
for the pick, Steven Jackson was like he probably is on track to have a better career.
He's probably one of the better second round. Not really like the man.
Wiggins said about Stack 5 on Instagram. Old dude stay hating like he was anything special, bum ass. I keep that same energy everywhere I go.
Stop it. Wiggins is better than what people give him credit for, but also Stack 5 wasn't a bum. Like Stack 5 could definitely hoop. Part of the Warriors team.
We believe Warriors.
I actually think that Pacers team would have won a championship if Ron Artest didn't decide to jump into the stands that year.
I mean, he did get a beverage tossed on him.
I mean, yeah, but first of all, he shouldn't even foul Ben
doing
Wallace.
laying on the
to get
scorer's
pushed
table too.
To go lay on the scorer's table.
I'm about to play Stack 5. Oh man, damn YouTube ad. Never mind. Go ahead.
He shouldn't even push the man to end up on the scores table anyway. But regardless, Stack 5 wasn't no bum. But that whole shit was comedy. Yeah. Like that whole thing was comedy. I do 100%.
I never been that. You know that. I'm from the old school, bro. I'm cut under the old law.
He said, "I'm cut under the old law." Not even I'm cut from a different cloth. I'm cut under the old law.
I'm gonna have that same energy wherever I go. All that. Say, man, make sure your energy straight when you see me, bro. All right? I'm pretty sure you know who I am. Make sure your energy's straight. Just focus on finding some heart and having a good year. I wish you
told
the
that
best.
man focus on finding some
You got a lot
heart.
of talent. Just find that. Please don't try to do that with me, bro. You know what I'm
seen him in
saying?
the Big
Just keep
Three?
the same energy. I'll catch you in traffic.
Yeah.
100.
First of all, he said, "I'll catch you in traffic." And then
Yeah.
ended with
No,
100.
look,
he
look,
also told
in
that man, "I'm
traffic.
cut under the old law."
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
even I'm cut from a different cloth.
That's like some
We not
samurai
the same. I'm cut under the old law.
So,
Wiggins, leave that man alone.
also in the midst of all this happening, Jimmy Butler also goes on Instagram in a field and then runs back to the camera and says what Andrew Wiggins' brother said about Jimmy being traded when he said hallelujah. Now, you told me earlier, the report is Jimmy Butler will not be returning to the Minnesota the Timberwolves. He won't be at training camp and he won't be playing during the season. So we know that Jimmy is gone. For all we know, by the time we drop this, Jimmy might be gone. So, what are
I'm
your
not rocking
thoughts
with Jimmy.
after all of the Jimmy Butler stuff?
I'm not rocking with Jimmy for one. Jimmy out here acting like he Clyde Drexler or somebody. And Jimmy, I think Jimmy's a good player. I think that he's a all-star. But for all the trouble that Jimmy seems to like cause, he better be Michael Jordan. Because this is about like the 4th year in a row that Jimmy done had an issue with a teammate. At some point in time, I got to look at you and ask Jimmy, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You done had an issue with a teammate every single year.
Mm-hmm.
Since
you became a player.
Since 2013,
even
Jimmy
Emily
done had
Rose.
since 2013.
Since you
there's
got a
been-
real starting role,
Yeah,
it seems like you can.
there's been issues with Jimmy and somebody, whether they were rumors or something like that. And the thing about rumors is they have to come from somewhere. So some of the rumblings must be somewhat correct. You done had issues with multiple teammates for 5 straight years now. So at some point in time, I gotta look at you and ask you, what are you doing? What's wrong with you? I think Jimmy's a bit of a prima donna.
Yes.
A lot of a prima donna. And also, Jimmy hasn't performed enough past April to do all